Good evening. I began my journalism in the final years of the Cold War in the 1980s. The Berlin Wall fell, the Soviet Union disappeared, and it was said we have reached the end of history. There was wide optimism that a different era of peace, of prosperity, democracy, and universal human rights had arrived. But no matter how much we aspire and fight for a better world, the cold reality is that the darkness that exists in all human hearts has not disappeared. We see it in Putin's invasion of Ukraine and the barbarities committed on European soil in the name of Russia's national ambition, xenophobia, and warmongering. The capacity for great good is what we want our societies to be built upon. The deepest longings of our hearts for freedom is as innate and as enduring as the soul God has given each of us. No darkness can extinguish this. No barbarism can overcome it. We must never give up on its longings. They are holy and what make us human. To Ukraine, my party, the Liberal Democrats, declares we stand in solidarity with you as you endure Russia's merciless attacks. But in China, the free world faces a grave adversary with even more worrying capabilities. China will use its economic and military power to dominate, subjugate, and humiliate to achieve its goals of global domination. So to all Hong Kongers, wherever you might be watching this or here tonight, you too have our party's unwavering support. You will not be forgotten. We share the longing for liberation in the hearts of all Hong Kongers. Stand with Hong Kong. Your hopes are all our hopes. In the face of China's breaches of the rule of law and oppression that we remember today on this stark anniversary, we affirm there can be no limit to Hong Kong's righteous desire for liberty. Stand with Hong Kong. Wherever they get the chance, China's communists do what communists have done everywhere: brutalize, murder, and subjugate. As I learned firsthand from Uyghur survivors and Chinese police guards in the Xinjiang camps, in breaking the story last year for BBC News of the rape and torture of Muslim women, this is a communist regime already perpetrating terrible atrocities. It attempts the genocide of whole peoples. Be in no doubt what the regime of President Xi has already done and is capable of doing. In Hong Kong, we have seen how China has made a mockery of the principles of the Joint Declaration, weakening Hong Kong's democratic systems. The one country, two systems arrangement has been trashed. China's treaty obligation to Hong Kongers have been mocked by China's officials as being a historical document. This is why, wherever we are, Hong Kongers or British or people of freedom around the world, we must never forget the lessons of history. The warnings to the free world are stark. Show weakness and liberty will be crushed. Stand back now and China will set its sights on new ambitions. Hong Kong today, who knows? Taiwan tomorrow. I therefore call on all of British civil society, businesses, our universities and professional bodies alike, take action now. Stand with Hong Kong. When it comes to China's oppression of Xinjiang and Hong Kong, no more putting profits before ethics. No to making business deals your first concern and human rights and liberty your last concern. Root out attempts by the agents of Beijing to steal British technology and discoveries. I support Magnitsky-style sanctions for all those responsible for human rights violations, whether in Hong Kong or elsewhere. More names need